We got ourselves Team 1 ready to go with Team 2. We got ourselves Uranus over on the Team 1 with Daedra as a Demonology Warlock sticking to his gun's desk, waving us a hello, with Yandex in the back, as well as Kai Jun as a Hunter. Are we looking at like a marksman hunter here? Is that what this is? No, Beastmaster by the looks of it of the CDs. Athman, Team 1, the other team with gonna be Vizura. First up, actually Hunter v Hunter, Hunter x Hunter. With Fenny in the back, we got us this copy as a Enhancement Shaman with a fist weapon. Interesting look. And Jonas on the other team going to be a pet attacking Vizura as he gets off a rapid fire onto Occasion. Occasion going for that stun, getting the basilisk up and running. Vizura going to take a lot of damage, going for that human racial super late. I don't really know if you wanted to go super late. Maybe you decide, you know what, I'm taking a lot of damage. Maybe I need to trinket turtle. With 1 second of that stun left, I don't know. It seems like maybe a little bit too early. Backpedaling, I guess this pet does get a knockback for those pets. But looks like the pets are still going to be on him for occasion. That's a bit of damage, but still needs to get in there. Get the kill commands, get the bleeds up and running to empower the pets. Pets do a little bit of damage, but look at the auto attack, man. It's not super threatening, to be honest. It's a little, it's okay-ish. It's okay-ish. It's kind of decent-ish. Occasion does need to get himself the opening. He does need to roll the bleeds up, get the big kill commands, get the freeze trap for Vizura. Maybe looking for a reset, got himself a shield for a second, I think, with a feign death. That's going to be him getting a Beach Show Wrath, maybe a stun available, got the kill commands rolling, needs to get the Pet's Frenzy rolling in order to get the damage, but Vizura is still taking quite a bit of hits. And I don't really know if Vizura is really going for a kill himself. It looks like he's just having to rotate cooldowns. Not a lot left. I think the Beastmaster Hunter takes it with a couple Cobra shots. So that's going to be down for that Marksman Hunter. Copy going to be up next, dodging the freezing trap. Occasion getting hit with a Sunder into a Panda Racial. He does get the bit of cooldowns off. Started to Copy, trying to get the stun totem onto Occasion. Couldn't quite do it. Occasion still having to go for a bit of a reset. Just going for the kiting spree against Copy. Turtle Shell is available. No freezing trap to follow, and Copy is going to play Enhancement Shaman with the upgraded healing, upgraded damage, getting the maelstrom from all the pets. Does run into a freezing trap. Occasion does get themselves a feign death with a camo off. Copy better find him ASAP as Occasion is getting that much needed heals inside of the camo. Copy looking to pick up the eye. Occasion looking to get himself the angle he needs. The stun, I think he might have it available at this point, maybe. Maybe sometime soon. No, he used it on Copy a little bit earlier. The Earth Elemental is going to keep Cajun incumbent for quite a while. Copy, perfect opportunity to catch up on a lot of the heals. I'm swapping to wrong people completely. I'm so sorry. Copy with a big LE blast on the Cajun, taking the full brunt of that damage. And it being quite a burst with those wolves attacking him at the same time. One of the wolves is frozen. The other is able to get attacks. Cajun trying to get himself a heal. Sun's getting traded by both of them. It looks like the Ghost Wolf actually bites down and finishes him off. Copy landing that kill against the Hunter. His pets were just a hair stronger. Daedra is going to be up next, getting interrupted on Shadow. Succubus CC is going to be up next with a Vile Fin, and that's going to be a banish from the Earth Elemental. Daedra getting the summon to Copy. Does Copy get himself a defensive? Sundering to break apart the cast. Daedra does interrupt Copy on his heel stun, and that's going to be big. Tyrant doing some damage. Copy popping in wall. Needs to line aside the pets as best as possible, and that's going to be healing surges to help him catch up. Looks like he's actually getting quite a bit of a catch-up. Mortal Coil running him in the other direction. That's going to be a Fury spam by Daedra. Copy does not pre-drop a Tremor for this one, but Daedra doesn't have a proper angle. Copy still has plenty of health. That wall with a couple of heals available was pretty good for him. Also, having an Lightning Shield as pets are attacking him does build up Maelstrom. So for Copy, it's going to be free Maelstrom as the pet is continuously attacking him. Could be huge damage against Daedra. Big Bosco's bomb is dropping as Ascendance comes out. Copy having to use Maelstrom in order to self-heal himself. No dampening quite yet. Sunder to break apart Daedra's cast. Does pop a wall. It's going to be a Vile Fin rolling in. Big LE blast through the wall, and Daedra not looking all that good. Actually looking in a very, very bad position. Going under a bridge, maybe looking for a port. Still super low on health, and if only Copy can catch up and connect again with a couple Storm Strikes, should be good to go. Mortal Coil does clip him. That's going to be a trinket out of the Mortal Coil. Big LE blast from afar. Does he have enough to finish it? The Flame Shock is rolling on Daedra, but he does escape out of there scot-free, and Copy CC'd, just waiting for another blast. This is needed one more. Lightning Bolt, one more. LE Blast, one more. Storm Strike, really anything. Daedra popping off the Void of Rachel to gain some distance. Does catch up on quite a lot of health, though. I think that was a Warlock Hellstone, and he's just getting a lot of that health recovery with the pet's attack, and it's going to be Ghost Wolf's attack at Daedra, actually doing a significant damage. Look at the wolves, man. Look at that, actually doing quite a bit. Big, sundering big damage, and Copy taking out the Demonology Warlock. With Yandex going to be up next as a Frost Death Knight Worgen with a very defensive build. Copy might have to play the Battle of Attrition against this guy. Stunned by Yandex, he's trying to get some damage rolling. Does get the double stun. That's going to be a pre-wall for Copy before that second stun, though, to give him a little bit extra defensive. His AMS comes out for the Capacitor Totem. So Yandex is using a big defensive for it just to dodge a stun. But Copy, as long as you have the mana, as long as you get Maelstrom popping, you might be able to live this. Big Alley Blast does get absorbed into the Nazath Trinket. It looks like neither of these two wants to back down. Yandex is doing quite a bit of damage to Copy, who needs to be looking at a defensive anytime soon, or maybe for a really aggressive play. Big heal there with 4% dampening, able to catch up on a lot of his health. Lightning bolts are coming out, is going to get misinterrupted by Yandex, who only has IBF available as actually not even IBF available. He doesn't have a lot available really here. Stun to Copy, hoping to get a second stun right after, catching up on a lot of those death strikes back to back. So there's going to be a Rune Power getting used into death strikes back to back, or maybe death coils for that matter, versus Yandex, or versus Copy's Maelstrom. It looks like there's some Mally rolling into Yandex though. Safeguard Trinket comes out, does drop down the anti-magic zone. That's going to be his own transfusion available. AMS available as well. That's going to be Lichborn, going to convert a lot of the runic power into death coils to heal himself. As long as Copy doesn't get interrupted, you should be able to sneak in those heals. And that's going to be a totem that's going to give him some extra healing. Maybe Yandex might be looking to kill it. We are at the 6-minute mark, 9% dampening. Neither of these two are really backing up. It's really just a PvE game at this point. Nobody's running from another. Not a lot of CC really coming out except for Yandex trying to line up the double stun. One stun to Copy. Does he get the second one in? It looks like he does get the second one in. Copy's got a low. Does land the stun back to Yandex with the Sundering Raptor. Trying to go for a Hex. Does he get it interrupted? Looks like still interrupt available for Yandex. Copy catching up on a massive heal in a single go. As you can see, Enhancement Shaman does have a little bit of damage. One thing I will say about Enhance from my testing, it has good sustain, sometimes random bits of burst, random fits of burst, but lots of healing. So it's a lot of like sustained damage with quite a bit of heal. Yandex unable to really get those death strikes onto Copy. He needs to get a melee. If maybe Copy can get some kind of pressure onto Yandex, this could be over for him. Does get the pet stun available. That's going to DR things quite a bit. That's going to be also AMS, which Copy can actually go through with some of these attacks. That's also going to be a death pact available. Stun onto Copy from afar. He does go for a trinket. Nazath Trinket coming out, trying to give him a little bit of survivability. I don't think he has it. Copy takes out the Death Knight. Enhancement Shaman beating a Death Knight. I think it's the first time we've seen this in the 5v5 1v1 duels ever. Enhancement Shaman's a back, baby. Copy with that Earth Shield. Actually, I like he's swapping shields back and forth. He went, looks like he had the Earth Shield before, or Lightning Shield for the Warlock, or Earth Shield for the Death Knight. It's going to be Kindred Shot by Des onto Copy. Big damage with the blood of the enemy. Does Copy have anything for this? Actually, might need to go for massive heal. Stun onto Des. Does he have any kind of healing at all? Sundering, trying to maybe land a Hex, get interrupted. I think it's going to be over for the Shaman. He did not have the Maelstrom really to follow. And then 18% dampening, it is starting to look a little bit more dire. The Shaman, though, stuck it in there for as long as he could. Kidney shot onto the Demon Hunter, who's going to trick it out of it. Backflipping behind Des, hitting him with a dress of his own. Going to be Des trinketing out of this one. Metamorphosis is coming out for the DK. Actually, I think the IB meta. So not the full meta. Stun again on the Rogue. But I don't know if Fenny, as the Demon Hunter, actually has it here. I think they just go down. Going to be flying up in the air. Des, Cloak of Shadows comes out. And looks like the Demon Hunter does take the dot damage from above. Super unfortunate, with Jonas being the next one up on the team too, and is down to 2 people on both teams. Jonas actually mixing up his build a little bit. Not a Bladestorm build. He's actually a Ravager with Avatar, Sharpened Blade, Warbreaker. And I'm going to guess the Slam build. If he can land a Slam on Des, who does not have evasion, this could be big damage right here. If he has it properly set up. He's going to get the dots out of Jonas from the side. Jonas actually could have went for Zerka's Rage out of that sap and got an opener first on a Des, maybe with his stun. He actually could have, but he decided against it. Does get a reflect upon running. Des maybe look at, actually Des got himself a full proper vanish. Jonas, are you just going to die to dots? As he's actually having to pop parry. And a commanding shout, which is on a minute long cooldown. I feel like it's way too many cooldowns committed by Jonas on those dots. Cheap shot again. Jonas might finally be able to play the game. Big blood of them coming out for the Rogue. Going for the Warbreaker. Does he have anything at all? It looks like he does go down. Probably should have not played that wall that early, as Des came in with a DR stun. I think that was a misplay by the Warrior there. But you know what? We can't be all perfect. Blind onto Atham and Des. looking for the reset. And Atheman is not gonna break this blind early. The game is heading into the 9-minute mark. We are 29% dampened, so the healing is going to be quite heavily reduced, even though Atheman is a paladin. Actually, you know what? One thing we get to see with Atham, I think the paladin at this point pre-patch is buffed. Does more damage, except for your big hammer does less damage. Does not get the shadow step off properly. Does get the dress onto Atho. Atho trying to turn the damage around. Does taking quite a big hits. It looks like Atho might not even be playing the big hammer build. He might be playing the splash damage of Holy every time he commits Holy Power into a finisher. And looks like Des is going to be running out of this, sprinting out of there. Atheman catching up on the Sword of Glory. Des looking for the reset. Atheman is not going to give him proper reset at all. Clock shadows for the rogue, landing a killer shot onto Atho. Bubble coming out as Atheman does take him out, and Uranus is going to be the last one left. Is down to these two. Atheman down a ball was probably a perfect opportunity for Uranus to actually have as fair of a play as possible. Wings down for Atho as well. So this is a perfect opportunity for the DK to actually get himself a proper duel, and he goes in for the honor duel instead. Either he's feeling confident or just want to give Atho as much of an honorable duel as possible. Atheman does bow down. So does Uranus. These boys are showing each other the utmost respect as Uranus lands the first blow. Atheman dropping down, dipping under the bridge. We are at 11 minutes. 37% dampener. Athic trying to catch a heal around the corner. He just got a lowish on health. Stun comes out. Blow to the enemy for Uranus. Blind by Atho. The DK does not shrink an eye of this or anything. So that's a blow to the enemy kind of wasted, but that could have been burst. Either way, these pets are going to do what they do best and just ravage Atho. Blessing of Protection does come out. Uranus can interrupt Atho. Quite a lot of hits. It's actually magic hits, so they go through Bob. Does he land the interrupt? He doesn't go for the interrupt. Actually, Uranus looks like his interrupt was juked, and Atho still goes down to the mages. And that's going to be the first duel of the day, boys. Death's catching 3, but Copy also catching 3 as an enhancement shaman. Look at that healing, dude. Oh my goodness. I think Enhancement Shaman, if his next guy wasn't a rogue who just went in for full blast burst with Vendetta, full dots up and running, bike and everything, I think he might have been able to escape it. But that was a rough one. That was definitely a rough one. Chrysler almost got group. Yo, Lord, full group. Kachka, full group. Let's get Lord, and Cat next, yeah?